This is turning out to be such a weird video to record, or a hard video. Of course, right? The tripod is like not balanced, I don't think. I think you guys are on a bit of an angle. That's just life, isn't it? Like I said, this one's a weird one. Um and if you see or hear crinkling, um I have some notes. And don't worry, it's not as long as it looks, I promise. I'm making this video because I didn't want to take the chance that something weird would go down tomorrow and I wouldn't be able to say goodbye. Oh man. I really didn't want to cry for this video. Because quite frankly, you guys have seen that enough from me. Not that I'm ashamed or embarrassed to cry, but there's a time and place, you know? But emotions are emotions, and I don't believe in repressing them. So, business as usual. Many of you know that I have surgery tomorrow, and while it's great, I'm so happy that I have even the opportunity to have this situation with my belly button finally done and dealt with. Obviously, it's always going to be a little bit scary when you are going to be put to sleep and you might not wake up, right? There's that small chance. And I, of course, may have looked it up, and the chances are very slim, like 1 in 100,000 to 1 in 200,000 of something going massively wrong. And it would have to be like the perfect storm. Like I would have to have an allergy to the anesthetic, which, if you know me, is very possible. There had to be a bunch of factors. And you guys know I'm more or less a pretty positive person. But I figured just in case, you never know. I don't want to manifest a negative result, obviously. But so many people never get the chance to say what's on their mind before they go. And yeah. It's hard because I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to go. This isn't at all what I was planning to say, but I'm not afraid to go. I'm just afraid of what I might leave behind. And there's so many things in life, right? We used to have a saying at Bed Bath, and I'm sure it was from somewhere else, but that life happens. And at the time, that was what we used to sell China. Because life happens and you're never gonna get an opportunity like today, like your wedding, to get your China. I was about to say retrospectively, the thought of having China is laughable, but then I realized that we do have China. That I bought from Bed Bath and Beyond while I worked there. So, um, disregard. Um, but life happens. And sometimes people that we were close to, we aren't close to anymore. Family, friends, and sometimes people that we thought we'd never be close to end up being our best friends and confidants. And I have been just so blessed. Growing up, I had a family that loved me and cared about me and adopted me. Still don't know why my birth mother came from Brazil to Canada, but that is another story, and I'm so grateful. I've had community. I've had many different lives in this one life, but my church community growing up, my little Catholic community, that I definitely don't miss the doctrine of, but I met very good people, some of whom are still my friends today. Taylor, from afar, and Julie. Thanks for that reel. In my working life, I had lots of opportunities, and I got the chance to try out many different career paths. And finding out that I was neurodivergent in my late 30s, maybe not even to my full knowledge yet, helped kind of explain some of the mystery as to why I was never able to fully put down roots in any one specific career. And to be honest, I'm okay with that. I used to feel like everybody else had a purpose, and they were so lucky that they all knew what they were supposed to do in life and what God or the universe or whomever had put them here for. And as I went along and I had this opportunity to try out different careers and different industries and meet and interact with different groups of people, some white collar, some blue collar, people from all walks of life with different personalities and different struggles and joys of their own. And I guess the one thing that I learned is that even though we're all different, we're all the same. I've been able to be fairly good friends or acquaintances with people that that were nothing like me, that I had just about nothing in common with. And I've not been able to get on the same page as people who I have a lot in common with, and I almost felt like were identical to me, and yet also not. In my relationships, my family, we haven't always seen eye to eye. And there is a certain set of beliefs and values that I'm so grateful were an influence in my life growing up. And yet, as an adult, I've come to realize that despite being well intentioned and having very good um, structure, that those same values and ethics also, I'm going to use the word perpetuate, but if that's wrong, perpetuate um, the mistreatment of my community, the trans community. By my community, I mean the LGBT community, but you know. And I don't think that that hate is intentional, because so much of the institution, the traditions, they're so beautiful. And yet they've also been a hand, played a part, sometimes the leading role in many bad things that have gone out throughout time around the world. So it's tough. Someone that I respect a lot, Matt, thank you so much. Um, you gave me advice for my relationship a long, long time ago that I'm still in to this day. And it was such a simple statement, and I don't know um, at the time that you realized how profound that I would come to take it. And that you just said, well, nobody said that it was going to be easy. And I remember at that time, again, it was about my relationship, being so not insulted, but like, but this is supposed to be magical. um, but that's not life, is it? Yes, life is magical and it's beautiful and there's so much good, but it's also violent and angry and ugly, and there's so much hurt. And I guess all of this is to say that I really got to live. I did. And if you're seeing this and you haven't heard from me, I definitely thought I was going to get to live more. But if I didn't, that's okay. I'm okay with that. And you guys know, some of you, most of you know, that I've always been emotional and I have a flair for the dramatic. So hopefully this is all that is. Um, but if not, I need you to do something for me. But if not, I need you to do something for me. If I'm not around to be your cheerleader and to lift you up in person, I want you to do it for each other. And I need you to do it for Shane. A lot of people know that the years haven't exactly been easy. But this almost 2 decades with my husband, my common law husband, for the law, just in case this ever becomes relevant, my common law husband that I've been with for almost 2 decades. It hasn't been easy, but it's been the best time of my life. Oh man. Oh, I love you guys. I really hope no one ever has to watch this. Ugh. Especially in its entirety. Sweetheart, I was gonna shoot you a separate video. Actually, it would probably be really easy just to hit stop and re-record right now. And maybe I'll do that afterwards, but I'll just put it in here instead. For now. And we'll see if I cut it out. Just to keep it private for you. If something happens. Oh man, okay. If something happens to me tomorrow, sweetheart, I need you to know that I love you. I love you so, so much. I need you to promise me that you won't come looking for me. If something happens, you need to go on. You need to be there for your mom and my mom and dad and sister and your sister and our niece. If something happens, I need you to be there for everyone. And I promise They'll be there with you every step of the way. But if something happens to me, you need to live. You need to really, really live. Okay? I'm so happy that I've had the chance to have good employment and good benefits. And you know that those will be there to take care of you if anything happens. And have fun. Have fun. I know that you'll be torn up for a while. Actually, it's probably like my greatest fear. You know, assuming I'm already not here. If I'm not here, you gotta take care of the pets. Make sure you keep giving Cormire supplements. Since you'll have some extra room, maybe you can adopt Carmen and Salem, for real, our outdoor cats that keep visiting us. Take care of our little fur balls. But take care of you, sweetheart. Okay? You know that we've talked a lot about things. And I know that my mom will look out for you and take care of you if I'm not here. But you have to advocate for yourself. If I'm not here, I want you to explore the world. Travel, go on cruises. And just stop overthinking everything and beating yourself up and blaming yourself and shaming yourself for everything. You know, I've told you before, shame is a wasted emotion. I don't think that anyone in these whole 30 some odd years that I've been here on this earth has had to deal with as much emotionally, my sweetheart, as you have. So if I'm not here, I want you to take this opportunity to just let go. Let go of all the hurt and the shame and the pain and the years of blame. This isn't a Dr. Seuss, I swear. Let go of all the negative emotions, because they're not doing you any good. Thank you. Thank you for teaching me how to stand up for myself, how to have a backbone. You've said to me a few times that you don't know what I see in you, and I could do better. And to that, my sweetheart, I say, you're a very good man, Shane Seacard. You're a very good man. I love you so much. I know this is just the pre surgery nerves or whatever it is. These emotions, I think they just come from some things being unresolved, you know? I'm not as close to my family as I once was. Um, and I've had to do that for my own mental health over time. Um, but I'm so grateful that I had those conversations with my mom recently that kind of allowed me to say the things that I've been holding back. Pretty much all the things, actually. I never um, I never really thought that I would actually get the chance to say all the things to you that I said the other day, Mom, and I'm very grateful. I need you to know that your love was never a question for me. Um, I think that no matter what, um, no matter what, you gave me you gave me the love that you could, and that was huge. Yes, there was a lot of pain, um, when I started to realize who I was, um, and knowing that you would never entirely um, be able to support that did a lot of damage, to be honest. But um, I know that was never your intention, and I know that standing by your religion hurt you just as much as it hurt me. The thing is that I know that it was for the right reason. And I think that is so hard for people to understand. A lot of people have said in my life, how could your parents not support you and not accept you for who you are? And they're not wrong, you know? But they're also not entirely right. The thing is, whether it was damaging or not, I know ultimately that you only did what you did, and we only had the conflict that we had because you wanted what's best for me in life and in death. And I just need you to know that I don't resent you. I've definitely held bitterness. I had a significant period of time where I did feel a lot of anger towards you. Um, but I think the real anger, the real bitterness would come from not being able to see why you do or have done the things that you do. And the fact that I know that the only reason that you act the way that you do is in the mis maybe misguided um, attempt to save my soul, which is really beautiful in a way. If you think about it. I've told you before that I'm not concerned. I've been lucky enough to have some really profound, weird religious experiences in my life. And I can say that I'm not worried about afterwards. I This has been over 30 minutes now, and I wanted to say so much more, and I wanted to say so much less, and I wanted to thank every human being whose name that I could remember from my life. Um, but I think I've thanked at least the two parties of people that are the most important. Um, so just quickly, let's touch on um, a couple more things. To my sister, I love you. I'm so happy for your little family, your growing little family. I think that Jose is a really loving guy, and I'm proud of you for finding someone who really cares about you and loves you and will support you. Marcos is the cutest. Sorry for making him cry the other day. um, take care of mom and dad. And to my other sister, I love you. Be strong. I know that you're going through a lot on your own. But Sheena, if something happens to me, please, please take care of Shane. I need you to know that he hides a lot from you of what he's going through emotionally and mentally. And I know that he hasn't ever wanted to burden you. But know that this year we've made so much progress for his mental health. He's gotten treatments for finally everything that's been bugging him for years. Almost everything. And if he isn't getting treatment for it, then it's on the list. It's on the waiting list. But babe, if something happens to me, I need you to make sure that he keeps going. And that he keeps taking care of himself. Honestly, I think that's really, truly my biggest worry. That if I'm not here, that nobody will be here to keep the ball rolling. There's one final thing that I want to say. In different parts of my life, members of the trans community, my community, have needed support from me. Not only themselves, but their families as well. I didn't understand at first why me? Why are they talking to me? Why, whatever. And ultimately, maybe there was no reason. But I have to say that what you are doing, moving towards your authentic self, doing the hard work of, after years of living in a body that doesn't feel like home, that you're redecorating. You are the bravest people in the world today. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to change the physical, outward side of you that everyone can see, and even more to change the internal things that people can't see. I tried to show support, especially these days. But I hope that you continue to fight for yourselves and your rights and what is right. Like I said, I got to live a lot of different lives while I was here. I've been a son, I've been a brother, I've been a lover, husband, I've been an altar boy. I sang in the choir. I've had a song recorded. Wow, I can't even. I don't, I don't even remember that. Thanks, Dad. That was an experience. I've been in a movie as an extra. I've worked in retail. I had a permanent job in the government before I was an adult. I've traveled domestically, internationally. I've lived in a place where barely one person spoke my language. I got to do a lot. I think that's it. I didn't say a lot of the things. Um, like I said, but I think that's enough. Don't miss me because you guys know I have ADHD. I won't miss you. uh, but no, really. Live your lives. I know you will. Some of you, I am definitely going to haunt more than others. Just so you know. Probably not in a scary way. Probably more in a why did this thing just fall off the counter kind of way, because, I'm a klutz. But take care of each other. Honestly, that's the one thing that I'm the most proud that I got to do while I was here. So I got to take care of the people. And sometimes those might have been people that hated each other. But I got to take care of the people and love pretty much all the people. And that was pretty awesome. Tomorrow's a new day. I think that's it. Love you guys.